in this video, I'm going to discuss first to check the harness. Before any job, you must check the harness, and the way you do that is you check the straps to start off with. You check the straps that have any cuts, grazes, or any damage like chemicals or even from UV. You run your fingers across everywhere. You check the stitching, make sure there's no nicks, right? And you also check the D-ring. Now with the D-ring needs to be secure here. There should be no slippage. Okay, you check the D-ring that has no rust, no nicks, and this looks pretty fine to me. You also check the buckles. Make sure the buckles are also in good condition. I'll find a buckle here. And give it a good check. Just make sure that they can go on properly and they latch very well. Another thing is you've got to check the age of the harness and whether it's still in manufacturing date. You have a tag on the side here, and you check inside, and it will tell you. And let's have a read here. It tells you this was manufactured in July 2015 and it's safe all the way up to the year 2025. So this is a good harness. So as far as I'm concerned, this harness is ready for use. Now, you check all the equipment, not just the harness. So we also use a sling. The sling has the same thing. You've got to check the webbing, and you do a physical feel all around the webbing. Make sure like there's no nicks, cuts, abrasions, or even UV damage. Okay, there's all sorts of damage that can be done to these, and you just got to be aware that whatever the damage is, you must check for it. As well as the harness, this also has a manufacturing date. This one's to 2025, so this is in very good condition as well. Plenty of time left on that. Now, another part of the harness that we use is the Landlad and the shock absorber, or what we call the fall arrest. This connects onto the D-link of the harness. Now, we don't have a Landlad, we use a rope. So I'm going to check the rope and pretend it's a strap. So first of all, we've checked the straps before, but this is a rope, and we just do what we usually do with the straps, and we just check if there's any nicks, cuts, abrasions, or anything that could cause compromising to the rope or the strap that we use. Then we check we'll start from the top. We'll check the carabiner. The carabiner hooks onto the D-link of the harness. Now, first of all, you check that you've got a good spring action on the carabiner, and we do have. Also, you check that it can tighten up and does not fall back, and it's tough. So this carabiner looks good to me. I'm just checking for rust or any nicks or anything that can compromise the integrity of this carabiner. Now we're going to check the shock absorber, or the fall arrest as they call it. This, you've got to check that it has not ever been used. It's still in the plastic. This is still in the plastic. It has a manufacturing date and a serial number, and it's basically in very good condition. Okay, it doesn't have a use by date on this particular one, but yes, if it did have a use by date, I'd say you'd have to chuck it out. The last thing you got to check is your clamp that you clamp onto with your Landlad or your rope. Make sure that this clamp, first of all, if you push this in, this will open and close to latch onto your hooks, onto your whatever supports they have on the building that you're working on. When this is not being touched, this has to be locked hard. Sorry, I pressed it. Lock hard. If this is compromised and this thing opens and closes without you having to push this button in, you've got a faulty clamp. So just make sure that this clamp is in good condition, and like I said, you just check for any nicks, cuts, anything that can compromise, or should I say rust or dents, anything that can compromise the condition of the clamp. I think I've just gone through everything, so yep.